Hello and welcome back to After Class. We will be continuing where we left off, which, if you recall, is after bringing Lars into our home because, we were being nice and he looked a little bit tired and we offered him water and grilled cheese and then we watched TV with him and then we took him out to dinner and, basically we found out that he's homeless, but the main character is too dense to realize that he's actually homeless. So I think in day 4 is when you find that out. So yeah, let's continue. The alarm you set last night just went off. Hmm. You moved your hand around trying to find your phone. After a few seconds, you finally got the phone. Still half awake, you opened your eyes, turning off the alarm. You looked at the time and it was still early. Oh, still early, like I expected, but I should wake up. I don't want to oversleep. It's like that last post that I read the other day. The most dangerous game is resetting your eyes after you turned off the alarm clock in the morning. You got up and stretched your body, then headed to the bathroom to shower. You took a warm shower, brushed your teeth, and did whatever you needed to. When you were done, you headed to your room to get dressed. Since it was still early, you decided to eat breakfast. There's nothing too exciting inside the fridge. You grabbed whatever you could eat and made breakfast from these ingredients. After you ate breakfast, you grabbed your bag and headed to school. I wonder if Lars is here. Still early anyway, so I won't be late for class. Curious, you headed to the campsite. You saw Lars cleaning himself near the river. You wanted to go there, but you didn't want to make it awkward. Not after yesterday's accident. He left the tent open, though. You wondered if it was okay to go inside the tent or not. I want to go inside. I'm curious about what he brings with him. Your eyes kept looking at his tent. I suppose not. He said that I can go here whenever I want, not enter the tent whenever I want. I guess I'll just wait here until he's finished cleaning up. Lars walked towards the tent. As he walked towards it, your eyes met with his. Not sure what to do, you hid near the bushes. Why am I hiding? He stood there for a bit, saying nothing. You saw his ears twitching. Then he turned his back, staring at the bushes. I'm not sure why you're hiding. Our eyes literally met earlier. Embarrassed, you walked out of the bush. Me neither. I just felt like I invaded your privacy. Okay. He entered the tent to put his dirty clothes away. He walked out wearing his new clothes, which was the same pattern as his usual clothes. You peeked inside. It seemed like there are the same pairs of clothes. He snapped his fingers in front of your eyes. Done looking around? No, that's not it. What are you doing here? I didn't expect you to come here that fast. I'm just passing by. I thought it was still early, so I figured I'd stop by and say hi. Okay. Say, did you sleep well? I did. That's good. I don't know what to talk about. How about you? Yes? Did you sleep well? I had a weird dream, but I did. Oh, mind telling me? Yeah, it was about... You were going to tell him, but you forgot what your dream was. I... forgot. That's too bad. Another time, then. You sat there for a bit and chatted with Lars. I should get going now. Alrighty. Yeah, I have classes today. Okay. I'll come back later if you don't mind. About that. I won't be here later. I'll be in the park. Okay then. I'll stop by later if you don't mind. Alright. Well, see you later. Walk safe. Will do. You left Lars's camp and headed to the school. Let's see, Thursday is Mr. Parker's class. To his class I go then. As you walked into the classroom, you saw Mr. Parker sitting on his chair, looking at the paper on his hand. He noticed you walked in, so he put the paper on his desk. Good evening, Nero. Morning, Mr. Parker. How are you feeling today? I feel fine. How about you? That's good. I'm alright. What are you doing? You seemed troubled. Just the usual teacher stuff, no worries. Being a teacher can be stressful. You know. I wouldn't know. Anyway, would you like to go to the cafeteria with me later? I skipped breakfast and... I'd enjoy the company. I'll think about it. Good. I'll be waiting in the cafeteria after school. Don't worry if you can't make it. Okay. I gotta answer this phone. Excuse me for a bit. It's okay. I'll go sit down. With Mr. Parker answering the phone call, you headed to your seat and waited for class to start. You sat down, put your back down, and played with your phone. Soon after, Mark came into the classroom and sat next to you. Yo. Huh, Mark? That's me. You're not late today, huh? That's good. Kidding. You came to class today. That's good. He put an innocent face as if he didn't understand what you said to him. What do you mean? Nothing. You went back to the phone, trying not to give him any more attention. So, how'd it go? What? You kept playing on your phone. Don't play dumb. Come on, tell me. I don't know what you mean. Mr. Stone. I was talking about him. Mr. Stone? Who? Mr. Parker. Now you can't focus because of what he said. What do you mean? I saw you talking with him earlier and overheard him asking you for a date. No, that wasn't a date. He only asked me to go with him. Sure, my buddy. But I wonder if you'll go. Why did you say that? No reason. Right. On the way to school, I saw someone wearing a blue... what is it called again? A tank top? Yeah, what about someone wearing a blue tank top? I remember seeing you talking to him on the first day of school. Yeah, that was scary. I accidentally bumped into him. I thought he'd kill me right there. It turns out he's a gentle person. Sometimes. Yes. Anyway, I was curious about him, so I went to his place. At least, I thought that was his house. Turns out, he's homeless. Really? He told me that he just camped there. But then again, I was wondering about that too. And I didn't want to assume anything. No one camps in the middle. No, behind someone's private property. Nero, I don't know if you're just dumb or... I don't know. You're just too naive. I guess you're right. I'm always right, and you know, I saw something a tad interesting in his tent. What is it? It's, I'm going to the restroom, had coffee and donuts. Nature is calling. He stood up and exited the classroom in a rush. Wait, tell me! You can't leave me hanging like that! I'll die curious if you do that! Mark came back from the restroom right after before the class started. He rushed to his seat before Mr. Parker started the session. Better. Please tell me what you meant earlier. You came before we started the session, Mr. Thornton. That's good. Thornton? That sounds familiar. I'm a good student, Mr. Stone. What do you mean? This guy. Also, we're in class right now, Nero. Pay attention. He opened his book and started listening to the lecture. Fine. You listen to Mr. Parker's lecture on prose poem. Mr. Parker ended the session. Before he left the room, he smiled at you. When he left the room, Mark got up and stretched his upper body. So, are you going to the cafeteria date with Mr. Parker? Or maybe you will go to another date? I will decide later. I'm still mad. Either way, I'll be in the playground. Hit me up if you want me to play with you. Catch you later. He walked away before you could say anything. He seemed to do that often. You said to yourself. You walked out of the classroom, headed to the hallway. I'm feeling hungry. Should I stop by the cafeteria? Yeah, I think I should. No. When you were on your way to the cafeteria, you randomly remembered about Lars. Now I see what he meant by that. Damn it, Mark. You checked your phone to see the time. It seemed like you could only visit one of them at a time. But I don't know where the park is. You open the map on your phone, looking for the location to the park. I might as well look for the playground while I'm at it. It didn't take too long for you to find these places, not what you were expecting actually. Now I have to decide where I want to go. Decisions, decisions. Starting today, you might have a chance to explore the place in certain days. How you spend your time will affect later choices, so spend your time wisely. Some events may be longer than others, and it may change the accessible locations. Sometimes you'll be able to stay at home until evening. If you're feeling lazy, feel free to do so. Note that there are instances where you won't be able to roll back sometimes, so make sure that you've saved your file before proceeding. I know where I'm going. I already told Lars that I'll see him later. It will be rude if I don't show up. You decide to go to the park. You strolled around the park looking for Lars. There were lots of people around here. Kids playing on the ground, couples walking hand in hand, and even singles. For example, you. After walking for a bit, you saw Lars sitting behind the tree, staying cool in the shade. He looked rugged. Probably just finished doing some volunteer work. His eyes were closed. He was breathing slowly, looking relaxed. Some leaves fell onto his clothes. You couldn't help but think that he kinda looked like a stray cat. He always looks so tired when I see him. You approach him and called his name. Lars! He didn't hear it, so you called his name louder. Hey, Lars! Oh, I'm up. It's you. What are you doing here? I told you that I come to the park, didn't I? Oh, yeah, you did. My turn to ask, what are you doing here? Me? I was just doing some volunteer work. We're finished, so I was taking a break, staying in the shade, trying not to overheat. Yeah, I know it's not even summer, but it's too hot after cleaning almost the whole park. I see. I certainly understand you on that part. What kind of volunteer work did you do? Cleaning the park, picking up trash, plastic, leaves, and such. Ah, you did great. The park is really clean. Heh, thanks. Why are you doing volunteer work anyways? Suddenly his ears dropped. He frowned and didn't say anything after that. You felt bad for asking that. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Okay. How was school? It was alright, had English today and headed out as soon as it ended. English class, huh? Yep. Who's your English professor? Mr. Stone. Do you know him? I'm just curious, that's all. Anyway, do you want to come over later? Oh, to your place? Yes. Sure thing, I kinda like that place. That's good to know. Oh yeah, there's some... He stopped halfway when he saw someone walking towards both of you. Give me a moment, okay? Take your time. He approached the old man and you heard him talking in the distance. It wasn't exactly clear, but you could still hear their conversation just fine. Yeah, we finished cleaning. Everyone has already left, but I was tired, so I stayed in the park to rest up for a bit. I see. Thank you for your hard work, Lars. Here's your payment for today. You don't have to do that, really. It's a volunteer work. I did that because I wanted to. Yeah, the same goes for me. Really, that's fine. Just take it, Lars. You're a part of Highwell. We can't just ignore you. But I said it's fine. They can't just ignore him? What does that mean? The old man kept insisting Lars to accept the money. Eventually, Lars agreed to take it. If you insist. Thank you very much. Good, and it's no problem. I'm here to tell you something too. What is it? Decided not to listen anymore, you walked near the tree, sat down, and played on your phone. The old man's still talking with Lars. You looked at Lars for some reason. He seemed really down. I wonder what's happening over there. He doesn't look too good. You kept playing on your phone and tried not to pry for more. I'll ask him when the time's right. I don't want to make the situation worse. For now, let's play with this new Volcadroid game until he's finished talking. Vocaloid? I didn't understand the interface. It's all in a language that I can't understand. What to do? I am confusion. You kept complaining, but you still played the whole game. You looked at Lars, still talking with the old man. They sure were taking their time. I'll just keep playing this game. As you started the song that you wanted to play, Lars walked towards you. He sat down, then looked at you meekly without saying anything. What, huh? He hugged you suddenly. Your phone fell out of your hands. Ah, my phone! But what's up with him? That's something he certainly wouldn't do. You were going to pat his back, but he got back up. Sorry about that. It's no problem. What happened, if you don't mind telling me? I'd rather not talk about it right now. I'm going back. Do you still want to come with me? Let's go with him. Yeah, let's go. But where are we going? To my place, of course. And you're gonna help me clean up my stuff. What? Why? Don't ask why, and it's too late to pack up now. He patted your head, and then he got up, walking to the distance. It seemed like his mood was getting better. I'm glad he's feeling better now, at least I'd like to believe so. You grabbed your phone and got up and ran after him before he walked too far. Wait for me! Welcome to my den. Cozy den. I know, but we must clean this place up. So, it looks like the same. What are we cleaning? Everything. I'm leaving this place. Why are you leaving? Where are you going? You don't have to tell me, and I won't force you, but I'm willing to listen if you need to rant. Alright. Wait, why are we cleaning this place if you're supposed to leave? There's no way I'm leaving my items behind. He went inside the tent to put everything outside. Sleeping bags, water bottles, dirty clothes, and whatsoever. Fair point. He got out of the tent, then started undoing the tent. How long have you been staying here? Not that long. Less than a year? I don't remember, honestly. You sat down on the ground while Lars kept undoing the tent. I see. You looked at him sort of sweetly, you thought. Just looking at him made you hungry for some reason. What am I thinking? So, how about food? I sometimes go to eat at Publix, or if I'm feeling adventurous, which is almost like all the time, I went outside to forage. You know, like wild plants and flowers. There's a lot of edible food out there, if you know what you're looking for. You can eat flowers? Some, yeah. How about those tomatoes over there? Tomatoes? What tomatoes? I don't remember growing tomatoes here. You showed him these tomatoes growing near where you were sitting on. It looks plump and juicy. Those aren't tomatoes. Please try not to eat it. Those fruits are poisonous. They contain solanine? Oh, I wouldn't know. If I were hungry, I'd just eat them, thinking that they were wild tomatoes. I don't know what solanine is, but I'm going to trust them. Just remember, there are no edible wild tomatoes. Well, maybe they are, but I'm no expert, so I'm just playing it safe. Huh. Okay, well, going back to work. Alright. I just realized that there's nothing to do. You can take it easy then, don't worry about it. You're my guest, sit down and enjoy the view. Okay. Oh, I'm enjoying it alright. Look at those muscles. How can I not enjoy that? You sat down on the ground again, looking around the area. You observe these tomatoes again, and several wild plants around you. Are they really poisonous? They look perfectly fine to me. Well, I'm not gonna find out too. You can't really tell by looking at it. Hey Lars. Yes? How did you know that these are poisonous? I heard people talk about it, plus I learned in high school. High school? Biology. Right. He had finished undoing the tents, then he moved to packing his stuff. You, meanwhile, continued observing the plants. After a while, you got bored with the plants, so you turned your body and looked at him. He's really working hard, huh? I wonder if he works out. His body looks so... oh, so good. Meanwhile, me, just a slab of walking mess. He moved around, grabbing anything he needed. Then he noticed you were looking at him all weird like. Are you okay? You've been looking at me for quite a while now. Nothing, just getting distracted. Alright, just wait a moment, I'm almost done. Okay. He started folding his clothes to the bag. Even though he lived inside a tent, he kept his stuff neat and clean. He folded everything neatly, putting them inside the bag carefully. It's still a surprise to you that someone looking as rough as him can be really gentle. After some time, he finished folding all his clothes. The only thing left were his underwears. He grabbed them quickly and, instead of folding them like his clothes, he shoved them in. You could see that he was looking a bit embarrassed. He's just so cute. After this, I'll go back to my place, I guess. Oh, where's your place? Somewhere in this town. Is he... That didn't answer my question. You have somewhere to stay? For some reason, you saw him wince a little when he heard your question. Yeah? Yeah, something is up. Maybe Mark's right. I'll try to ask him again. Where is it? Why do you keep pestering me about it? I just want to know. I don't want to tell you. Ouch. Why did you avoid my question? Why are you lying to me? He stood there for a while, not saying anything. What do you mean? I'm sorry if I came off as rude, but you're homeless, aren't you? Yes, I am. Is that a problem? Not a... Why is everyone judging me because I don't have someplace to stay? Calm down, Lars, I didn't say that. He stepped closer and raised his voice. Did you? I can see it on your face. You're acting all naive and shit, but I'm sure you're talking behind my back. What? No. I thought you were different, but I guess I was wrong. So, what if I'm homeless? Why can't I live in peace? I didn't give anyone trouble. I'm just like you guys. I know. No, you don't. You don't know shit about it at all. You're just a pampered kid. Everything goes nicely for you. Give me a break. Don't act like you know how I feel. Listen. You tried to grab his hand to calm him down. He pushed your hand away in response, accidentally hurting your arm with his claws. He realized that he hurt your arms, and he looked a little bit shocked. Listen to me. I'm sorry if I said wrong, but I didn't mean it like that. I just wanted to know. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm sorry if I did. And you said that I'm a pampered kid? Everything goes nicely for me? How dare you? I act all happy-go-lucky and stuff, but that doesn't mean everything goes well for me. I'm sorry for whatever happened, so you had to leave. But you can't just take it out on me. I don't know how to feel at all, but at least I'm trying to. Not like someone that just snapped in front of me and started talking nonsense about me. You idiot. You're awful. Nero. You pushed him away, then walked away out of anger, leaving him alone. Stupid Lars, I only wanted to ask and help him. You walked away without looking at the map. Now you were wondering where you are. A playground? Where is this? Mark said that he'd be at the playground. Is this the one he mentioned? How did I get here? I might as well sit here for a bit to collect my thoughts. You approached one of the swings and sat on it. You rocked it slowly as you collected your thoughts. I feel bad about saying those awful things to him. But he said something about me too. I just kinda lost it. He shouldn't have said that. That was insensitive of him. Maybe I should apologize to him. It was my fault to begin with. Who are you apologizing to? What? Someone grabbed you from behind, causing you to jump out of the swing abruptly. You lost your balance and fell down to the ground. You okay, buddy? Urgh. Suddenly you felt a surge of pain in your right arm. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were hurt. Let me help you get back up. Mark, you're still here? Yep, I've been here since you walked here looking down and all. I thought I'd cheer you up, but it ended up badly. He helped you get back up. You sat down on the swing again and he looked at your right arm. What happened? Wait, you're hurt. How did you get hurt? Mark looked genuinely worried, maybe a little too worried. It's okay, it's no big deal. No big deal, it's bleeding. You didn't realize that until Mark told you. Yeah. It looks like a claw mark too. Who did this to you? Tell me. It's nothing important, don't mind me. I cannot mind it. This is a serious problem. Really, it's just fine, just a little bit of bleeding. It'll stop. If you don't want to tell me, it's fine, but let's get your wound treated first. I don't have anything at home, so we might want to go to the Publix to get the items. It's fine. I insist. Let's go. If you don't want to treat it, it's fine, but at least we should disinfect it first. Don't want you to get infected, capiche? You felt that there's no point to argue with him, so you decided to go with him. As soon as you got up, you felt a drop of water on your ear. It seemed like it was starting to rain. Yeah, that's not good. Let's rush before it starts pouring down. Okay. You headed to the Publix with Mark. Publix. Both of you rushed to the Publix, hoping that you'd reach the Publix before it rains. Thankfully, you arrived before it started to rain. We made it. Yeah. Right, so we should go inside and get the disinfectant. Do you want to come with me? Nah, I'll wait outside. I kinda want to stay outside. Alright, sit on the bench over there. I'll be right back. You sat on the bench as Mark went in to get the disinfectant for you. Did I go too far? I shouldn't have snapped. It's raining now. I wonder if he's managed to find somewhere to stay. Oh well. Ugh, it's cold. I'm not even staying in the rain. A cup of something warm would be great. Mark came up with a cup of warm milk in his hand. Your face says that you need to warm up. Is it that obvious? You gotta thank Anders for that. It's from him. Oh, alright. Let me see your arm. I need to apply this thing so that we can put the adhesive bandage on your wound. Okay. You extend your arm and let Mark clean your wound. Finished with your wound, both of you sat there waiting for the rain to stop. Before you left the Publix, Mark handed you the disinfectant, cotton buds, and bandages. You both parted ways when it had stopped raining. The sky turned purple as you reached the road where you usually see Lars. You looked at the sky, the stars are slowly revealing themselves. Then you looked at the building, standing there for a bit. Is he still there? I wonder. You looked around, there was nothing left there. Why am I disappointed? It's only been 4 days, I knew him, but seeing that place empty, it just feels weird. I wonder where he went to. I hope he's okay. It's too bad I didn't ask for his contact information too. Does he have a phone even? I suppose not. Oh well, let's just go home. You decide to go home. You reach the front gate of your house. You open the gate and start heading to your room. When you reach the front door, Lars stood there alone in the front porch. He was just standing there, looking at the door. You realize that he was drenched, probably from the rain. You also notice that he put his items in front of the door, protecting them from the rain. Did he really stand there for hours? Why didn't he stay near his bag? He noticed you standing behind him. Nero. He raced towards you and hugged you all of a sudden. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. Hey, Lars, what are you doing? I was wrong, I hurt you. Please don't be mad at me. Calm down. I'm not mad at you. I said it in the heat of the moment. I didn't mean it either. He pulled you off of his embrace and grabbed you by the shoulder. You mean it? Look, I even got my wound treated for free. He hugged you again. Thank goodness. I'm glad. Why are you drenched? Oh. I knocked on the door and you didn't respond, so I thought that you were mad at me. I didn't know that you were outside, too. And I was so mad at myself that I just stood there and decided that's my punishment. It's nothing. Don't worry about me. His speech were getting slow and he fell down on you suddenly. Lars? You touched his forehead. He's burning up. His temperature is rising. How am I going to bring him inside? I can't let him pass out like this. I'll make do. Let's just hope that I don't strain my back. You tried to carry him inside, but he was too heavy for you. God, that didn't work. I'm sorry, Lars, but I had to do this. You decided to drag him into your house instead. Finally, everything's inside. This guy weighs a lot. That makes me wonder how heavy Anders and Mr. Parker are. I can't worry about that later. I need to do something about his temperature. And my dirty floor. You headed to the bathroom to check the medicine cabinet. Acetaminophen should be fine. You grabbed the meds and put your disinfectant, cotton balls, and bandages inside, then headed back to the living room. When you reached the living room, Lars had woken up. He was sitting on the floor, probably confused. Hey, you're awake. How are you feeling? My head hurts. Take this. You gave him the acetaminophen and a glass of water. He looked at it before gulped one down. Thanks. I'll go soon once I'm feeling better. Take your time. Can you move? Yeah. Oh, why is it? Do you want to sit on the couch? It's better to sit there. You should change your clothes first, though. Take a quick warm shower, too, if possible. Right, sorry. Give me some time to get changed. Okay, you know where the bathroom is, right? Yeah. He grabbed his bag and headed to the bathroom. I should wipe the floor while he's in the bathroom. I don't want the wood soaking the water. Might as well clean the dirt while I'm at it. You grabbed a cloth to wipe the floor. When you were done, you proceeded on cleaning the dirt off the floor. Finished cleaning, you sat on the couch, turning on the TV. Soon after, Lars approached you and stood next to the couch. Would you mind if I sit here? Go ahead. There's room for another. I didn't know he had another set of shirt. That looks good on him. I'm not gonna lie. He walked past you and then he smiled too. Once he sat down, you looked at him. He was looking far more refreshed than before. You just realized that his fur was really soft looking. You were tempted to touch it, but decided not to. Thanks. Don't mention it. He didn't say anything after that. He focused his attention on the TV instead. They told me that the owner of the house came back. They wanted me to leave as soon as possible. Huh? Oh, that sucks, Lars. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. It's not your fault. Okay. I'm gonna ask this again, but please don't be angry. Where are you gonna go next, then? I don't know. I'll probably leave this town. Oh. He's leaving? But that's too soon. If you're leaving, can I contact you? I don't have a phone or whatnot, so I'm not sure. I see. Then why not stay here? I wish, but Wait, what do you mean? Stay here in this house. I don't mind if you're staying here. That's... come again? I don't want you to go, if I can help it. This place is too big for myself anyway. If you want to, I'll call the landlord and tell him. I'm pretty sure that he won't mind as long as we're paying. Let me think about it. Don't take too long. Okay. What's the catch? There's no catch. I just want to help you. I can't do that. If you insist, we can do chores and stuff. Pretty sure I can handle it myself, but I wouldn't mind another helping hand. I suppose I can do that. Well, I'll stay here for a while if you don't mind. Not at all. Welcome to the household. I'm looking forward to spending more time with you. Thanks. There's one problem, though. What is it? I only have one bed, and it's not big enough to fit 2 people. I mean, it fits, but not big enough to move around comfortably. That's fine. I can sleep on the couch. If you're okay with it. Yes, I'm already glad that you want to take me in. Sleeping on the couch is way better than sleeping inside the tent. Great. Now I'm gonna call the landlord. Be right back. Okay. You grabbed your phone and called the landlord. The call went to voicemail. You called him again. He picked up the phone and you told him that a friend of yours is staying here for a while and wondered if he's okay with that. He agreed to let Lars stay with you as long as he followed the rules, which is not that strict. You thanked him and then hung up the phone. He said that you can stay here for as long as you follow the rules. And the rules are? Well, you know, stuff like wash the dishes, take out the trash and all. Nothing too important, really. Long story short, just take care of the place and you're good. I can do that, yeah. Cool. Since you're staying here, why don't you put all your stuff in my room and we'll have dinner? Well, gonna order something here since I don't want to go outside right now. It's cold. Alright. He grabbed his bag containing his clothes and headed to your room. Don't forget to take out your dirty clothes and put them in the washer. Will do. While Lars is in your room, you ordered something to eat. Lars, is fried chicken okay? Yeah, that's fine. Cool, fried chicken it is. You ordered fried chicken. A lot of fried chicken. Now we're just gonna wait for the delivery guy. I'm gonna put these boxes away meanwhile. You got up ready to move the boxes, but Lars approached you and stopped you from doing so. I'll take care of them. Just tell me where I should put these boxes. Your arm is hurt. You shouldn't do anything that'll strain your arm. It's no big deal. I can take care of it. Just let me repay you this way, yeah? Fine. Just put them in my room. I'll see if there's anything that I need inside of these boxes later. Alright. Thanks a lot. Don't mention it. But even I can put these boxes away with ease. Oh well. You sat on the couch and watched the TV until your food arrives. Knock, knock, knock. Delivery from Publix. Oh, it's our food. You got up and opened the door. He handed you the food and you gave him some tips. He thanked you and excused himself, then you closed the door. Lars, just head to the kitchen after you're done moving them. Okay. With the food in your possession, you headed to the kitchen and put them on the dining table. Wow, this is the first time that I had someone to eat with me. Okay, no, he ate with me yesterday, yeah. I'm glad this room has 2 dining chairs. It'll be weird if one of us had to eat somewhere else. Lars headed to the kitchen after he finished moving these boxes to your room. We're having fried chicken again? Yeah, I thought you liked it. Well, I like it, but you don't have to get it tonight. Haha, I ordered fried chicken because I wanted it. Okay. Well, what are you waiting for? Wash your hands and let's dig in. Yeah. Lars grabbed one chicken drumstick and started eating it. Heh, the way he eats is kinda cute. It seems like he's feeling better. I don't want to assume anything, so I'll just ask him. Say... Yeah? How are you feeling? Your temperature was really high earlier. Oh, that. It's gone. At least chew your food first. Sorry about that. It's gone. I feel perfectly fine now. That's good to know. You ate dinner with Lars. Thanks for the food. No problem. Just put it in the sink and I'll wash them tomorrow. Okay. Feel free to do anything you want. Make yourself at home. I'm gonna watch TV then. Okay, I'll finish up and head to the shower. Alright. He headed to the living room while you were finishing up your food. It looks like he's feeling better now. That's good. Well, let's put these in the sink and I'll clean them tomorrow. You got up and put the dirty dishes in the sink. You washed your hands, drank water, and headed to the shower. It didn't take long for you to clean up since you didn't sweat that much today. You got out of the shower, dried yourself, and got changed. When you were done, you went to your room, grabbed the spare blanket for Lars, and headed to the living room. Hey Lars, here's a blanket for you. You put the blanket onto the couch. Oh, thank you. That's what I needed. Glad to help. Well, I'm really tired, so I'm gonna hit the hay first. Don't forget to turn off the TV and the lights when you're about to sleep. I already locked the door, so you don't have to worry about that. Good. Good night, Nero. Good night, Lars. See you tomorrow. Yeah. You headed to your room and went to sleep. That's enough TV for tonight. Click. I'm tired too. Maybe I should go to sleep now. He closed his eyes, ready to go to sleep. Right, the lights. Lars got up and switched off the lights. Ah, better. And that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Ooh. So, the main character decided to adopt Lars, so to speak. But yeah, that's the nice thing to do, I guess. You know, you see someone down on their luck, and if you can help, then you help. And in this case, the main character decided to bring them into their home, and the situation seems temporary, at least until Lars can get, back on his feet. And mm, he kind of seems like a permanent guest as far as I'm, aware of. But so would you have allowed Lars to sleep in your house? Um uh I don't know if I would have, but I mean, if I knew them better, if it was like, oh, I knew you since, childhood, or you were like a high school friend of mine or whatever, and I knew their situation as to why they were, homeless. But I guess I would say yes. If it's a person that you can trust, then yes. But not if it's a complete and total stranger. If it was a complete and total stranger, then you would maybe try to help them find like a homeless shelter or something. I don't want to sound snooty or whatever, but I have stuff that I want to keep safe. But yeah. Um, so what would you guys do? Would you, bring him in? Um, so what are you guys thinking of the story so far, though? I There are some issues with the story though that I have, but it's mostly just writing little issues, like here and there where using like the wrong words and stuff. So sometimes you'll see me say something that's not what's actually written out, but because what's written out is written incorrectly. And but yeah. Um Story-wise it's fine. It's just writing that needs a little bit more proofreading. But yeah, overall I still like the story. Because I already got to day 8 myself, and I know what happens and stuff, and I like the character of Lars. He's nice. I would trust him. I would invite him into my house. But anyways, thank you all for watching slash listening. If you would like to play After Class yourself, you can find it over on itch or as a direct link to the itch page on the creator's Twitter page, I think. And I will obviously post a link down in the description for that. And if you would like to support the project, I will also put a link down for their Patreon, where I'm assuming you also get early access to builds of Afterclass. And just a quick side note, there is a let me see if I can see it right now since I'm done. Um, Title screen. Yeah. This is like a story episode for Lars where you get more backstory on him, and this one too for Mark. And I will be doing this one, so I might actually do it for the Monday after this episode. That way we can get some backstory as to why Lars is homeless, so we know more about him. Because I don't think that what is in this episode, the bonus episode I guess you could call it, is available in the main story. Or I think eventually he does tell the main character, but like this actually shows you what happened, more or less. So there will be more like a bonus episode for all the other main characters, I think, but they're not done yet, so we'll have to wait until they're done. But I think Anders is the one that gets his next bonus. Hopefully Gil will be available by the time I get to him. But yeah. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.